The Cuban people have suffered under communism for 67 years. But now, American leftists want you to believe Donald Trump is the problem.
He's telling nothing but the truth. I'm Cuban, and I can assure you that every single word he's saying is truth. I left Cuba in 2007. Next year is going to be 20 years. Before me, many other Cubans left Cuba because of the dictatorship, because of the communist regime. Communism doesn't work. It hasn't worked ever, anywhere. You have seen fall dictatorships all around the freaking plane we live. Anyways, Cuba is suffering, and these idiots go to Cuba, the leftists, because it's always the leftists, go to Cuba and cheer about taking the embargo down. Enough with the embargo. The embargo is nothing. The real embargo is the dictatorship making all the money of the island and putting it in their pockets. Nothing goes to the people. Hospitals are falling apart. They don't have medicine. They don't have doctors. They don't have anything. They don't have food. They don't have the basics to live. But you get these idiots go to Cuba and cheer for Fidel Castro, which is already dead. And how can you justify that? And that same people went to Gaza and they get stopped by Israel and sent away. Now their new motto is Cuba. The next one, it was Venezuela before. The next one is going to be Nicaragua. Then it's going to be England. Then it's going to be everybody. Don't you see they're playing you? Don't you see they are getting paid to do that? Don't you see that's creating chaos? That's creating a diversion so you don't see what's really happening. My people is suffering at the point that kids are eating from garbage, like he said. And you are going to still believe that Greta Thunberg and all the other morons are cheering for the Cuban people? They're having parties in Havana. They are in hotels, 5-star hotels, that no Cuban can visit. They are cheering for the regime. They say, leave Cuba alone. No war, no United States. Fuck that. I hope Trump tomorrow do the same with Cuba. He did with Venezuela or Iran. We want the head of the fucking dictatorship, the Cuban regime that is disturbing the whole continent, explode like the fucking Ayatollah. We want Cuba free. We want free elections. We want all the prisoners free. Most of the prisoners in Cuban prisons are working people that are just against the dictatorship. The criminals are minimal in those prisons. Of course, the main criminals in Cuba are the freaking dictatorship. So you believe whatever you want to believe. But I'm telling you as a Cuban, Cuba needs to be liberated. Cuba needs to be free. And I support 100,000% Trump taking Cuba. Anyway, Cubans support him and we are ready. We don't sleep. Every Saturday, we're waiting to happen what happened to Maduro, but with the Cuban dictatorship. And for me, they can do, instead of like they did with Maduro, they can do what they did with the Ayatollah. Boom, boom, boom. Gone. And Cuba will be free. We need them out of there. Cuba is suffering. Our people are suffering.